Well, welcome back in.
Thank you.
It's been quite some time since we've had you in. As the investigation was going on, I think the media did a good thing by kind of sitting back and laying back so that the investigation could go on, and we didn't want to impede upon anything. But now that we've gotten some brand new information with the arrest of the guy who is accused of taking your sister, Mickey, according to the Lafayette police, I want to know, Charlene, when you heard of the news, what was the family's initial response like?
Well, we were kind of hoping that this would finally lead to her recovery, but unfortunately it hasn't. So it's just kind of something that's going on that we're not really too worried about because, this is up to law enforcement at this point. Mm-hmm. It still hasn't brought Mickey back. It still hasn't given us an idea where Mickey could be. So, another double-edged sword.
I saw the private detective that your family has hired, and I also have spoken to people with Lafayette Police who have said since the arrest of Brandon Scott Lavergne, since that arrest, more people are now saying, wait, he was acting like this, or he did go here.
Oh, yeah.
So it appears now that the search maybe is beginning to narrow, and we're getting closer and closer than we had been in previous weeks to bringing Mickey home.
I hope so. I know they're using all their outlets that they can, like each law enforcement agency and the task force. And I know they're covering all the land that he could have had knowledge of. Mm-hmm. To my knowledge, at this point, they still haven't really found anything. They haven't found her. So, I don't know.
And
I sure hope so.
I want to echo what Nancy Grace said a couple of nights ago with your dad on her program. And there are so many cases that have gone on for so long, and when you start to lose faith, all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, and there they are. So yeah. You just can't give up, and I think that's been your mission the entire time. I'm reading your shirt right now, keep calm and find Mickey, and that seems to be the mission still, right?
Absolutely, and we still haven't lost confidence in the fact that we feel she's out there and alive and waiting for us. Regardless, we want to get her back, Mm-hmm. Whatever happens, I hope this isn't a drawn-out thing. We just want to know where Mickey is still.
How are your parents doing? Your dad seems to be holding up well, but he says mom's having a hard time.
Yeah, she is. They're okay. We're all having our up and down days. My mom and I are really similar, so we've been kind of down, but we're on the way back up right now. Yeah. And my dad's been the rock now in our family, so we're all doing all right. Just trying to make it through.
A couple of days ago, the mother of Brandon Scott Lavergne and one of his brothers issued statements via Facebook that said that they can't even imagine what your family's going through, and offered their condolences, and even went as far to say that they are being part of the mission to bring Mickey home. What would you say to his family now?
I'm so sorry that all of this is happening, and I don't know what happened, but whatever it is, there's only one person that is responsible for this situation, and we love you guys as much as we love anybody else. So.
And I've gotten to know your family, and for you to be able to say that with everything going on, that sums up your family as much as you're going through. For you to look at another family that may have a family member accused of the whereabouts and the abduction of your sister, for you to say that right here, I don't know how you do it. And it's a testimonial to, I think, your family and the faith that your family seems to carry.
Yeah.
We're going to get into another segment because on July 18th, I believe, is the date, right, that he is going to, and I say he, Brandon Scott Lavergne, the guy charged with the kidnapping and first-degree murder of Mickey Shunick, he is going to go before a grand jury. Now, we want to talk about not necessarily everything that's going to happen because we aren't lawyers and we're not going to try to play lawyers here. Although we could, but we want to talk about a few rumors that are going around and a few mission statements that are going around that you want to address, right?
Yeah.
And that's coming up right here. What would you tell the general public right now as we continue to search for Mickey? What's the one thing you want everybody to keep in mind?
Obviously, of course, I'm going to say thank you for everything. We love you guys always and forever. I've noticed that a lot of people have gotten involved in this emotionally and very passionately, and I just want everyone to keep in mind that we're still positive and confident, and I think everyone should be too, and not to harbor any anger or negativity towards someone when we don't know what the outcome of the situation is or what happened to make this whole thing happen in the first place. We don't know still why Mickey's gone or what happened. So, I mean, we need to concentrate on finding Mickey and not whatever else is going on in her case right now. And obviously, we still need lots of help. And you can go to our website, www.findmickeynow.com, if you want to check out what kind of things we need.
All right, we'll be right back with Charlene. We'll talk about everything coming up July 18th and what the family is requesting that we not do. So that's coming up here. Hang on. All right, so we're back with Charlene. And Charlene, okay, now July 18th is the day that the guy accused of taking Mickey is going to go before a grand jury. Now, we're hearing rumors, and what are they?
Yeah, it was brought to my attention that someone said that the Shunick family wanted there to be some kind of gathering or congregation outside the courthouse or some other public area to kind of not protest Lavergne, but like, I guess, speak out against him or something like that. And
Okay.
It's not my family wishes or anyone from the Find Mickey Shunick Now search efforts to do that. I think that it would be more detrimental than helpful at this point. And I don't think that as a community we want to give that kind of image. You know, it is innocent until proven guilty. So as far as anyone goes, this guy deserves a fair trial. And, you know, you don't want to be damaging whatever is going on in the court system and with law enforcement right now.
So to echo what Charlene is saying, the day that Brandon Scott Lavergne goes before the grand jury, you are not encouraging any form of congregation in front of the courthouse or any other public building because you want the justice system to obviously play out. And I think that's it says a lot again about your family here. What are Lafayette police or what are detectives telling you? Or do you guys know as much as we do?
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think we know much more. They basically just told us that they have a guy in custody. They're pretty sure that there's reason that Mickey's probably not alive anymore, and that they're pretty sure he's the one that kidnapped them based on evidence they have.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we know.
We did hear from Corporal Paul Mouton of the Lafayette Police Department, who did say that the mission to bring Mickey home is still strong and that it's appearing to become more of a recovery mission.
Mm-hmm.
Does that bother you any?
I mean, since the beginning, it's something that was a possibility, and it's not like, as confident and positive as we were, it's not like we weren't also having that in the back of our minds.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I hope they gotta find her. So, it sucks, but it's gotta happen.
But the mission still stays, bring Mickey home. Whether it's, you know, in a positive fashion or in an unfortunate situation. Again, you made a very strong statement to the family of Brandon Scott Lavergne minutes ago. And you said that you're still praying for them because you know what they're going through. And that is exactly what I echoed on Facebook and on air a couple of days ago. I said now, not only do we have one family suffering in Acadiana, but we have two. And the first time I interviewed you, I made a strong prediction that I feel that it's someone in Acadiana that knows where Mickey is. Mm-hmm. And not knowing, I was also admitting that there's probably going to be another family now that's going to suffer like you guys are.
Right.
And have been. Any other last-minute words you want to say to anyone in Acadiana, whether his family or in general public?
You know, just keep calm and find Mickey. That's all we can say, really. Let's bring her home.
Let me ask, are you guys still doing searches in Acadiana, organized searches or not?
As far as civilian searches go, it's up to law enforcement right now. If the time comes where the areas they're searching don't, I guess, present any results,
Mm-hmm.
then we probably will do some civilian foot searches again with our military personnel, but I can't be sure.
Okay. Well, if there's anything you know in this case of Mickey Shunick, we do encourage you to call Lafayette Police. There's a lot of police agencies involved, and we can't salute these police agencies enough. There are so many agencies involved with finding Mickey and trying to bring Mickey home. I was overwhelmed at the press conference a couple of days ago when we attended the press conference at Lafayette Police Department. I was overwhelmed by how many agencies have come together for your sister.
Yeah, and they were pretty good about not letting on exactly what they were doing until they needed to, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Well, good enough. If there's anything that we could do for your family, again, you know where we are, and you're going to stay in our thoughts and prayers, and so will Mickey.
Thank you.